Hi, welcome to our CNMS Advising Weekly Tip video. Today we're going to be talking about mid-semester motivation. If you're watching this right after spring break when we post this, and we know it can be really tough to kind of get yourself motivated after break to really apply yourself, sometimes to kind of get back into it. Halfway through the semester, a lot is going on. So we're just here to pop in and give you a few tips for motivation for the second half of the semester. So 3 ways to motivate yourself. Number 1, find your why. Number 2, make a checklist or many checklists. And number 3, create an accountability system. These are our big tips, and we'll go into each one. So first of all, find your why. So like I said, it's really easy to kind of in the middle of the semester after spring break just feel a little bit unmotivated. We're swamped with assignments, midterm tests, extracurricular activities. A lot of us have family obligations at home. We might have a job. There's lots going on. So sometimes we can just get kind of bogged down and a little bit, overwhelmed with stuff. So it sometimes helps to kind of remind yourself why you're here, why you chose this major. Maybe find a visual reminder like changing your phone background to something that reminds you of your ultimate goal, or putting a photo on your desk to remind why it's important to keep working. And I think this could also be something that merits a conversation with a career counselor or your advisor about maybe whether or not you're in the right major. Number 2 is make a checklist. So checklists are a proven way to motivate yourself and keep track of all of your tasks. It really helps you make sure you get everything done in a timely manner. And checking things off is just like sort of intrinsically motivational, kind of propels you forward to do the next thing. So we suggest that every night you make a checklist of things you need to do the next day and a schedule using whatever you like, Google Calendar or a paper planner or just a piece of paper. Include your tasks, your events, your classes, and then break up those tasks on your checklist into small bits so it's easier to check things off, because the more often you check things off, the more motivated you'll feel. And I really recommend doing this the night before, because it's easier to get yourself to list all of the harder tasks you have to do when you're thinking about it, not in the moment of, as soon as I finish this checklist, I need to start the hard stuff. You're more likely to give yourself harder tasks if you make the checklist in advance of actually having to complete all the tasks. Number 3 is to create an accountability system. So it's really helpful to kind of get yourself into something like studying or working or doing homework if you've got a buddy, even if you're not doing the same thing in that session. This was really common during COVID, during the pandemic, when people were on Zoom all the time and really trying to socially distance. A lot of folks would meet up on Zoom with colleagues and just kind of like, you'd assemble on Zoom, or, now you can do it in real life in the library, maybe in a quiet space. You'd go around and say what you plan to do in the next hour. You spend 50 minutes on a timer doing that task or set of tasks. When the timer goes off, you have 10 minutes to socialize, to kind of catch up, make sure you did those tasks, or at least you made some headway on them, and socialize a little bit. And then if you want to keep working, go for another hour or half hour. Maybe you do this in half-hour segments. But study with other people and make a plan to meet at specific times, because it's a lot easier to kind of motivate yourself to actually go somewhere, get some work done, and all that. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next week for our next tip video. Have a great week.